Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Okay, we're here at the Pre Fontaine Classic, and we're at the Youth Runner Camp booth here, and magazine founder and director of the youth camp, Dan Casterson. So Dan, tell us all about this Youth Runner Camp.
Well, basically we bring 14 and under kids up to Mount Hood, and they have a week-long experience with some world-class coaches, learn about nutrition and training and how to warm up properly, have a lot of fun, bonfires every night. There's swimming pool time, great food. We do on the last day, there's a friendly cross-country race for when the parents come. And then we have some silly awards. The middle of the week, we take a bus up over Mount Hood to Timothy Lake, where we run on the Pacific Crest Trail for 9 miles. We go to it's called Little Crater Lake. So we go out and back, have lunch by the lake, some more fun, and anyway, it's kind of a lifetime experience for some kids, and they come from around the country, and anyway, it's a lot of fun. Today we're taking a group of middle school and high school kids into the pre-classic, so they'll get to see the big races, and then afterwards there'll be a talk with Coach Pat Tyson, who is Steve Pre Fontaine's roommate here at Oregon. Then a run on Pre's Trail, and wrap it up at Tracktown Pizza.
Cool. Yeah. Now, how if somebody wants to get into it, what's the website they go to?
Youth Runner Camp.
Okay. Okay, cool. Now, how many years you been putting out your Youth Runner magazine and website now?
Let's see, about 30 years.
Okay.
And then the camp, we started hosting the camps about 10 years ago.
Now, what elite runners are you trying to bring in this year to encourage the kids?
You know, the lineup for the elite runners is kind of up in the air right now, but Coach Pat Tyson, he'll be with us for a full week. Alex Lanning, who ran at Oregon and at UW for a year. Also, Benny Balaj, who's an Oregon runner, and actually started at the camp when he was in the 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
So, cool. But yeah, there's always a handful of elite runners, and so we'll surprise everyone.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like a great experience for young people, and definitely it's a life learning experience to go to summer camp. I went to a few of them in my day when I was a kid, and they give you lifelong lessons. So that's great. You put on camps for kids, and good luck with this year's camp.
All right, thanks.
Well, like I said, we are here in Eugene, Oregon, here at Hayward Field, and today is the big Pre Fontaine Classic, the 50th anniversary of this race. Pre50 is what they're calling it, and celebrating track. There's going to be a full house. They're talking 15,000 people. Probably the biggest crowd they will probably ever have here, or they've had since this stadium has been open, the Red Bull. And we can go over here, and people here exchanging tickets or buying them. But over here is kind of cool as to where we have the pre-classic timeline of this event. So here's what we got. In its day, here it is. This meet started in 1973. It was called the Hayward Restoration Meet. I guess they had just started fixing up this stadium, which it was a wooden stadium, but here it is. 1973. And of course, there were superstars, Rod Milburn. There's 12,000 fans, Steve Pre Fontaine. ran, and Dave Waddle. That was in '73. And this is a complete timeline of this event. Pre Fontaine there, it's pretty cool. A 50-year event. You know, pretty cool. And started 73, 74, 75. Olympians. Like I said, Mac Wilkins there. I was on the Olympic team with him, and 88 Athletics West was a big deal back then. And right here, he had superstar athletes here, and I'm seeing who this here. This is some young lady, Warren. Her name was Warren, Lehman Warren, who she just finished high school and started running for a big-time runner back then. And of course, the world famous Mary Decker in her day, back in the early 80s. A lot of throws records here. And like I said, Mac Wilkins was the big name. Of course, nobody would know them now. Those people was on the Olympic team in the 80s. And this is Ramon Cruz, who was a great 800 and miler in his day. And right here, this is Lance Deal. I was on the Olympic team in New York Athletic Club with him. And over here is Sergei Bubka in the 90s, setting all those pole vault records. And here in the mid 90s, the great Gail Devers there. That was she was one of our superstars back then. It was pretty cool at that time. So, and here the great Michael Johnson in the 90s. Right there is he. And here, this was Alan Webb and Guru from Guru, who holds a mile record still. That was when Alan Webb was in high school. He set that 3:53 mark in the mile. And then here we have the great Lin Jin, who was the great hurdler from China. Had the world record in his day. That's in the early 2000s. And then we had this here. This is Monte Obu, who ended up winning the 800 more, like 15 or 16 times, and set world records along the way. The world famous and on TV as a commentator, Senior Richards Ross in the early 2000s here, 2009, 2011. And then Galen Rupp, Olympic medalist in the marathon, great 10,000 meter runner, early, 2012, 2014. And here's a couple of some distance runners here. Kipton, Buri, they from Kenya, and a couple other places. Pretty cool. And like I said, it is cool to see all the records that were set at this meet over the years. And here we're getting a little closer to times around now, but Thompson Hurdle and long jumper, triple jumper. So, and then here, Ely, who does the shot put. And that was in 24. They had, like I said, that was last year. They had a lot of records. And right here now, we are into the 50th, Pre50. So this place is going to be packed today. Everybody here. It's cool here. They list, have a bunch of their superstars along the way over the years. Cole Hocker, Atu May, Mondo Duplantis, Tara Davis Woodhull. So anyway, this is going to be pretty cool today. So here it all is, part of the big Pre-Classic 50th anniversary event. This is the Marshfield District, Steve Prefontaine's hometown of Coos Bay. So they're kind of showing what it's kind of a little bit like up and through here. This is all kind of cool here. And Tracktown USA Kids Club. So and then people going in here to buy some merchandise. So, but we can look at the outside the stadium. Welcome to Tracktown USA Pre50, the Lexus. That is the official car of, obviously, this event. And it's gonna be a full house today. I'm not sure when gates open. There's this beautiful stadium, been here many times before. Okay, there it is, Pre50 right there. Pretty cool. And there is the whole deal. Yeah, the big stadium. And it's gonna be a big meet today. This is gonna be pretty exciting, to say the least. And like I said, these are all the fans waiting to go in. Well, it's gonna be a super day here in Eugene, Oregon. Okay, well, some kids playing some games here. It's kind of cool. Yeah. And we'll just walk up this little area here. We'll have this camera out a little bit for some other things later on this week. So this will be kind of an interesting setup here, and go from there.
Okay, I'm sitting here with Dan in the booth, expo booth, and I just grew up first 4 years right down the street here on 15th and Agate.
And what's your name?
My name is Bob Williams, and that was in 1950, and then we moved up on Columbia in 15th. Was there for about 4 years, and I went to St. Francis High School, and single A runner, modest talent, and then I walked on at Oregon back in 1963 in the fall, and I coached, was coached by Bill Bowerman.
Oh, cool.
It was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot, and I started coaching and as a junior in college, and I started working, coaching, and I've been coaching ever since. And but I ran, I was a Pac 8 steeplechase champion in 1967, and I went on to run in 68, went to the trials. I was 5th in the finals to steeplechase. But the main thing was the friendships that I grew with, and Steve Pre Fontaine was a friend of mine, and we'd go over to his trailer over in Springfield, and he'd show me his new photographs because I was into photography. And he was a very, very good friend. Pre was steely, he was tough to beat, loved to train hard, but he's always really good friends. Always loved his friendships with the other guys. He was a boob man, loved women, loved big boobs, and always talked about the women and their titties. He was he loved to score. Women loved him.
Yep.
Particularly Nancy Allman was one of the most beautiful women on the campus at the time. Everybody stared at her when she ran. She was a great set of tits. And Steve was, Pre was he wasn't mysterious. He had his feelings on his sleeve because he liked being around friends. He liked being around his buddies, but he was very driven to succeed and fulfill and help people in the community. And so he grew into that. He helped start a running program at the place in Salem, Prisoners, and helped kids. He spread the joy, but the main thing is, and you've got to buy his book called Front Runner by Brendan O'Meara, if you can. It's probably the best annotated book I've ever read. It's very well done. I encourage everybody to read it. But I think what stuck with me most is the friendships that I made through track and field, and all the guys that I ran with at Oregon were still all very close, and so that's kind of my story.
Well, now, and I heard that you were one of the Bill Bowerman's tester of his waffle shoes.
Well, he made a pair of shoes for me to race the steeple and they were mesh, and but they didn't really hold up very well, so I gave them back to him. But I helped Bill put stuff together in my junior year. I helped him in his little shop underneath at the stadium, and I was longtime friends with the family, and I still talk to Jay.
Cool.
John passed away about a year ago, and so anyway, yeah, it was fun. I learned a lot, and I really had a lot of good time.
Well, I love the quote by Bowerman and Steve. The Bowerman did and it's on the wall over there. That running is not about winning; it's about a test of the human heart.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. How badly you want to win.
It really is. That's
We're going to see a lot of that today.
Well, of course, but that's a great quote.
Yeah.
The test of the human heart.
I know it.
It's not about winning; it's about a test, and that's really true.
Yeah.
And but anyway, well, that's awesome. You knew him over the years, and Bowerman and Pre, and it's got to be a thrill to be here at the 50th anniversary of this race.
Yeah, it's been to probably at least 45 of them, so it'll be a lot of fun to watch today.
Well, great interviewing you. Some great history.
Thank you.
I love to talk to people who lived it while it was here.
The guy on your right here would be a good person to interview as well.
Well, I just interviewed him about how he started the magazine, and now I'm working for him today.
Okay, no, I mean Peter Thompson.
Oh, okay.
This guy right here.
I'll get a few words with him. Okay, cool. Excellent. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got a jazz band playing here. This is pretty cool to celebrate it. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm Lauren Goss. I'm the athletics archivist for the University of Oregon. So we're out here today at the Pre-Classic celebrating Oregon history with a focus on Pre Fontaine and history of our track and field program here at the university.
I see you have one of his pictures here. Now, that was taken just before the Olympics in a 72?
Yeah, so this is actually from Pre's last race in 1975. So
okay.
We have the archive of the photographer Brian Lanker, who took one of the most iconic photographs of Pre Fontaine, that black and white kind of portrait. This is from that same reel of film, just a couple shots before. So our Oregon sports history is in lots of different collections and in lots of different ways to tell that story.
Now, do you have a museum that's got all this that's open to the public or not?
So our archives, they already are open to the public. You have to kind of request things ahead of time. But we have lots of materials if you're interested in track and field history or Oregon sports history. We'd be happy to have you here.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you. This is pretty cool. It's nice you're out here with everything. And it's great to be here, and great to be here to see his legacy last 50 years later. This is pretty cool. Having this big meet here.
Yeah, the 50th anniversary is such a big celebration for the university, for Eugene, and really for track and field. We're excited.
Well, these are the huge crowds going into the stadium, and here are some of the booths. This here booth is where they would do all the posters, and I'm going to in fact interview. Okay, tell us about your history of doing all the posters for this meet.
Yeah, we are so proud to get to help out with the Pre Fontaine Classic every year. We've been printing posters for I can't remember how many years, but we've got a big history with the organization, and of course we've been part of Eugene Springfield area since 1910, something like that, and so it's been. Kochi family's been working in this town for a long time.
Now, can people get these posters? Do you sell them still?
No. We sell these to the Pre Fontaine organization.
Right, and then
they give them out, so you can get some inside.
Okay.
They don't belong to us. So
okay.
We've got a little history here, which is kind of fun. But
and what's your name?
I am Doug James. I'm one of the account reps at QSL Printing.
Oh, Okay, and then so obviously you make for obviously even the U.S. track and field champ, all kinds of different stuff.
All kinds
there.
of different, yeah, anything on printing on paper, we can do it. It doesn't matter what it is.
Well, super. Well, that's cool. You have that great collection there that you've done over the years for this meet alone.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. Well, it's like I said, it's a big celebration today, and great getting an interview with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, here's some more vendors. Green Nutrition. We have drinkable waters here. We have the Leather Good cow here. They've been here before. Oh, that's kind of cool. I see people, I see kids are over here kind of putting a little tax on stuff on how, they can make their own little keychain. And right there, and welcome to Tracktown. So you can make your own little key. So that's cool. And, well, that's kind of cool. Excellent. In fact, can I get an interview with you? I love the cow. Just to get people in here.
Oh yes.
The cow is iconic. You guys been around a long time.
We have.
Your booth has been around for a while. I've been to other events.
Yes. Yeah. No. We try to do many booths at the events. It's a local family-owned business. It's been open for a really long time. We do have our retail location over at 5th Street Market. It's called the Box Car. There, if you go in, you have to ask the person at the desk to turn on the mini train. There is a toy train that tracks all the way around the ceiling. It's pretty cool. Just gonna say that.
How many years you been in business here in
Bill, how many years have we been open? That's the owner. He's amazing.
About 30, 40. I would say long. This looks like a long-term business. So a long time here in Eugene.
Yes, absolutely.
And I see you make a little bit of everything. Belt, anything with leather.
Welcome to the Pre Fontaine. Okay, yes. One thing that we have really special for this event, actually, is these leather shoe boxes. Okay, and those you can either enter a raffle here to win
you got a raffle.
this shoe box and these shoes by scanning the QR code below, or you can purchase just the shoe boxes down at the main event booth where they're selling all the merchandise.
Oh, so those are what they're selling.
Yes.
They aren't selling the shoes down.
No, not
So the
shoes.
box costs $300.
Around there. Yeah.
That's what somebody told me. Okay, cool. And
Absolutely.
well, you got a great shop here. This is cool.
Absolutely.
And then you got kids and parents making their own keychain.
Yes, we do. So we have blank keychains. They're free. If you want, you can purchase the Pre Fontaine branded ones for $15, and then you can also emboss those.
And you got the cow over there.
We
This is
do.
Pre50.
Yes, the Pre50 cow.
I gotta go and get a picture of him.
Excellent.
That is pretty cool.
They are pretty cool. We have them custom painted.
Okay, well.
Yeah, and then everything else in here for today that is regularly priced is 15% off. So, you guys are welcome to come on in.
And now we were asking how long you've been here. There it is, 1981.
There we go.
Yeah. I've been here so many times. You always have a giveaway, some bags or something.
We're always doing something fun.
Yep, for cool.
So yeah, today it's keychains.
I'm gonna get one of those. Okay, well, awesome. Thank you for all the info.
So much.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in.
For sure. I just interviewed them in here. This is such a cool place, and they've been around forever. These meets, the Pre50 cow. At the end, it's iconic forever. I like the other one over there with the horns, but this is pretty cool to celebrate Pre's 50th anniversary track meet, and I love the cow. Okay. We're inside the stadium here, and on the concourse, there's people with all the different vendors. Pre50, Eugene Cascades, the Coast, Tracktown, Oregon Track Club, Northwest Community Credit Center, Slocum, the Doctors of Tracktown, boldly crafted in the Northwest Cider House. Kind of cool. That's right. And then we got the Ducks down here selling merchandise. And as we're here on this main concourse, and Here is the main stadium right there. You got a high school mile for kids going right now, and they're currently doing the discus out there. But there is the huge stadium right here with the Pre Fontaine Classic.